Welcome back in the continuation of fundraising options. We discussed about the complexities and critical factors in the past video, and we also discussed in the previous video about equity-based fundraising. Now we'll proceed with the subsequent topics. Now, how to raise funds using debt. Here, nothing specific with respect to strategic fund, using a loan, because loan is always with respect to certain specific need, and it has to be paid back, in that period, agreed period. So there is nothing strategic at this level. It is mostly tactical in nature, and generally, is a short term, maybe in a year time, or maybe 2 years time, something like that. Uh, Sometimes, for a high volume of loans, probably it may take about 3 to 5 years also. There is a possibility. But in this period, you have to return both the principal and the interest. So you need to have a very clear loan agreement between the company and the lender, or in case if the director of the company who has got special rights in a company, not shareholder, the director. Okay, the director of the company has got certain rights, and if he can use that rights to get loan, then it has to be appropriately approved in the board resolution, followed by the all the loan agreements, etc. It needs to be basically ratified. No? Basically, the company is giving him authority to execute loan on behalf of the company. That is the message. Loan amount is also dependent on the previous few years of revenue. On it could be average or moving average. That depends on the lender who will try to ascertain that. And sometimes the lender may also ask you, whether there is any collateral to be surrendered to the lender. The collateral is basically in the form of a fixed asset, like land or a building. Preferably, they may ask for a commercial building, or in case of small purchases, or the expenditures which are like buying a equipment, or a vehicle kind of a thing. They may even ask for cash as the security. All these things come under the concept of securitization, and there are a lot of procedures in securitization. And just at this stage, I'm just giving you a brief on how the lender would try to secure their interest. Okay. So the lender may be organized sector like a bank, or an unorganized sector like individual who is ready to give us a hand loan. And sometimes the lenders can be both organized as well as unorganized, because the company may feel certain things is easier to go with an unorganized sector. Sometimes it may be required to go with an organized sector. So a combination about all these things is possible in this scheme. And when you don't pay back the money, either the principal or the interest, there comes the catch. Uh, so based on the loan agreement, either the lender may take back the collateral surrendered, or they may ask you to somehow get the money and pay them back. So here, this is really, a challenging one, both in terms of finance as well as in terms of legal. There are a lot of governing laws around how the lenders can take the money back from the borrower. So this is there is a catch, and you need to be careful about that. And particularly, this is multifold when it comes to cross-border lending. Normally, with respect to India, generally, it is not advisable to take loans across the border. And you need to be careful here with respect to money laundering, and all the anti-money laundering procedures will come into play. And of course, as we discussed in the earlier case, you need to prepare the cash flow and the P&L, balance sheet, and so on and so forth, just to confirm that somebody can, give you money. See, here there are, credit agencies which will monitor you in terms of, whether you are able to return the money as per your commitment. No? Basically, your trustworthiness comes into picture only when you take the loan, and only when you pay back the loan, both the interest and principal on time. This is predominantly in an organized sector, but in an unorganized sector, people may not go with the trustworthiness in the official record, but they have their own mechanism to track you. With respect to the next option, which is debt and equity combination, here the principal is now a debt, and in case when the company or the director of the company is not able to pay back the debt, then what happens is that, first, to the extent of equity, they may ask you to, sorry, in the extent of interest, they may ask you to pay something in equity. And in case if you file the principal also, then correspondingly there will be a section on the loan agreement itself to hand over the some more percentage of the shares of the company to the lender. So here the catch is that, you may think that, you are giving away the equity, but if the company is growing multifold, then that is going to be very costly. But some people may take that approach of giving away equity. But normally, the people would advise that if you are very sure about your business, you have to always, give the money back rather than, as a equity. Even no, no, or any other means of, holding the company, like a preferential share or any other kind of shares. And here, in case, if the user opts for equity, definitely, there will be a kind of shareholder agreement on that particular part of the deal, and there will be an exit option for the guy to get out of the business. So as usual, the P&L, everything will be, worked out. Based on that only, in the loan agreement, they will ask for the conversion of the principal and the interest to be paid as equity. Again, you need to evaluate the stock, in the pre-money and post-money. And this is a rule. Wherever there is a equity involved, in whatever may be the circumstances on which the equity is dispersed, that the pre-money and post-money will come into play. Obviously the fourth option is, equity with debt. In this case, the principal option is, equity, but, with respect to the working capital, they may give you as a loan, so that, you don't need to go to another party to seek the loan, because there is a risk involved. In case, if you don't get the loan from somebody else or some other party, then the person who is coming in with the equity rights, he stands to lose, because, the business gets stumbled at some point in time in the order of time, maybe after a year or two. And as a new equity or, a shareholder, that guy may not be interested in, losing, all his money just because of some working capital issue. So in that case, he may take a view of, both partly strategic and partly tactical, and partly, medium term instead of a very long term. So he will try to fund the working capital, but at the same time, he may try to have a clause, it's called penalty clause kind of a thing, and that, in case if the company does not able to pay back the working capital, he will have a mechanism to take back the equity from the company. And again, shareholder agreement is very, very important. And the quantum of money. Again, if it is a foreign currency, or the local currency, whether it is single company, multiple company, the combined stock also stock, or the valuation of the group also has to be taken into account. And then the pre-money post-money has to be calculated. Then accordingly the share has to be given. So these are the four options by which the company can get the fund. Hope with this kind of insight, this is a topic, is maybe there is a degree courses on this, everything, there are too many details, but you can always work out. But these are the insights which you need to remember, and I'm not going to give you a template how to fill this, at least at this point in time, so that you can try to have whatever we have been discussing in these videos is all heavily loaded, and you need to go through, refer some sources, and we discuss about learning also. So have that in mind. Try to gather the material around and come up with your own template. If you need anything, any help on this, you can ping me in private, so that I'll be able to help you with. So with this insight, hope you can raise funds, or at least you can understand how to raise funds. Thank you for watching. This is Gokul. Cheers.